Yellow, 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 yellow. What's going on, everybody? Cheers. It is Wednesday. It's Wednesday evening. It's a little bit late to the power hour. It's 8:47. We're not starting quite at 8:30, but we're getting our smoke on and preparing the show. So sometimes we're not always on time, but we are here every Wednesday for you guys, and that is guaranteed. So we're here. We're ready to rock and roll. We got a dope power hour lined up for you guys. I cannot wait. I'm sure, as you can see, we have the HD courtesy of the Babe Co. And we also have the mic now. We are upgrading the show nonstop for everybody. So shout out to them for providing this, HD viewing experience and higher quality audio because the show is continuously getting better and better. So got to give a shout out to them and for everything that they're doing for us and for everybody out there so that we can all enjoy the show on a whole nother HD level. Of course, we have to say thank you and give a shout out to Gypsy. He is here every freaking Wednesday doing what he does, producing the show behind the scenes, making it all happen for us. So, cheers to you, my good friend. Couldn't do it without you. And if you guys need some more Gypsy in your life, because he is a most amazing individual and very fun to hang out with, let me tell you, he has a show every single Monday. Every single Monday he has a show. It is the Hangover Takeover. What time is it on, Gypsy? Let everybody know. And it's out there in New York, so it's Eastern Standard Time.
Absolutely. Every Monday night at zenlive.tv at 9 p.m., you can catch myself and my two crazy co-hosts, Juju the Model and Blue Rivera. We're actually getting ready for our holiday party next month, MB. I wish you could make it out here, but we're going to have a holiday party at Blue's new bar that was on Bar Rescue is now called Soyo.
Huh.
It used to be called Undisputed. It was kind of like a boxing theme bar. And the guys at Bar Rescue from, I think it's on TLC, whatever network it's on, went in there, rehabbed it, and now it's called Soyo. You're familiar in New York how they have like Soho, south of Houston Street and NoHo, and they have all these kind of, I don't know.
Yeah.
They have all these names. So anyway, so now they have one for where his bar is, and it's in Yonkers, New York, which is where such hip-hop artists as DMX are from and Rough Riders.
Uh-huh.
And, so they've labeled it Soyo, so it's like South Yonkers. So he's officially a trained mixologist, and he just came back from Puerto Rico with Bacardi, and he was on a private jet with Kendrick Lamar and Calvin Harris, and he's been doing his thing. So we're extremely happy and excited for this event that's going to be at Soyo that was had its own episode on Bar Rescue.
Bam! There you go. Always partying at nothing but the best places. I wish I could be out there. And who knows? Maybe I'll just fly in for a day to party real quick.
That would be
You
dope.
never know. Give me the details for show. And if it works into the schedule, maybe for reals, I'll just fly out there real quick for a day or two, come out, chillax, have a great time, do what we do, and then dip back to the Bay Area out here with the San Francisco World Championship winning Giants. I had to rock the shirt today. Because we're champions in here, right, Gypsy?
All day.
All damn day.
All damn day.
But yes, let's get back to the show. Outlines, segues, because I'm sure we would just continue on for days and smoking. I haven't even lit up this fucking blunt yet, but I'm about to in a minute. And but yeah, as I was telling everybody before, we do have a most amazing show lined up for you this evening, as we always do. I feel, because I don't want people coming on the show that aren't doing amazing, dope stuff that I can share with you guys and be excited about sharing with you guys, because that's a very important aspect of everything that we do. If you're not excited to do it, I don't know why you're doing it. So, as I was saying, first guest that we have lined up, we have two guests this evening, as we usually do, generally do. First guest is a most amazing individual. He has dedicated time, energy, and effort to creating topicals in the cannabis industry made with cannabis infused, topicals that are cannabis infused. So he is going to be sharing everything that he's doing, his knowledge base, and really letting people know what's going on, because there's a lot more than just smoking, vaporizing, and eating some edibles. There's tons of options out there. Knowledge is power. I feel it's very important that you guys understand and know what is available. And I really appreciate the name of the company. It is something that I feel everybody should resonate with. It's Sense-O-Mia, Sense-O-Mia. And so, what we're all smoking. So what are we all going to be rubbing on us? Nothing but the finest. So we're going to have him on first and foremost. And then we're going to switch gears a little bit, and we're going to have somebody on the show that is involved a lot more in the business aspect of the cannabis industry. And he is doing some great stuff with his website, cashinbiz.com. They're focusing on all of the green rush movement leaders from an entrepreneurial view and standpoint. So we're going to be talking to him and everything that he's got going on, and to share and inspire with all of you, really, to let you know that you can get in this industry. It is, if you want to, I'm not going to say it's easy, but if you want to, it's definitely easy. If you're dedicated, it's definitely easy. If you make the decision, it's definitely easy. But you have to do those things and take those action steps to be in the industry. But now is the time. And so we're going to be focusing a lot on the entrepreneurial aspect and side of the cannabis industry. And I'm sure that there are people out there that have been pondering in their brain about getting in this industry. So this could be some great information for you guys to really know what's happening, and some people to contact maybe for an internship position. I'm always taking interns on, but who knows? That's going to be the second half of the show. But as I was saying, we got the homie on here, and the first time that we met was when I was attending my chiropractor, Dr. Mia, most amazing individual, and she was helping me out. And then what had happened was I was having a great time skateboarding, a little bit. You can't have too much fun. I'm not even going to say that. And I was going hard and did a kickflip down some stairs and didn't quite land perfectly, and blow, my ankle just went kablooey, and it was nasty, and it was all blue and purple and ridiculousness. And so, I needed something to help me with that, deal with that injury. So he blessed me with some topicals, some lotions, and that was my first real experience getting introduced to everything that he had going on. And it really helped me, made a definite impact on the recovery of my ankle, along with all the chiropractic work. And, that was about a year ago where I really got to try, before I had maybe tried the topical, but I hadn't had a situation where I needed it to feel better to be able to do daily tasks like walk around. It's very important to be able to walk around and not limp around and not be in pain everywhere that you're walking. So when I actually really needed it, I was able to use it, and it played a humongous part, I feel, in allowing me just to be comfortable to be able to go about my daily activities. So, of course, we had to have this guy on the show because he dedicates his time, energy, and effort to creating these products and to helping people. So without further ado, how are you doing, the homie, the creator, the man, the myth, the legend behind it all? Moshki, how are you doing this lovely evening, my friend?
I'm doing great, Master Braun. Privileged to be on your show. And it's stories like that one from you and your ankle that have motivated me and pushed me and kept my attention going and pushed the envelope to help the good people. I want to ask you, before we get going,
yes,
how long did it take you to grow that head of hair, man? It's beautiful.
Oh, we've been rocking the show now for 7 years, and it gets trimmed up here and there, but we keep it a going and a growing all the time on all levels. And we've been rocking the fro strong now for 7 years on the show.
Don't catch it on fire, baby.
Oh no, never. It actually has come to certain situations where, like, doing these dabs with these blow torches and shit, it's like, oh, did I just cringe a little bit of the front of the fro? Oh no.
If you ever need a restorative hair product, just slap some of that lotion on there like I do, man. It'll take care of you in no time.
And you're good to go. And you're definitely good to go. So, man, talking about all this stuff and everything that you have created, can you share just a little bit? What I love to do with bringing people on the show is letting everybody out there know who you are as a person and the backing, and so they can really get attached and, relate to you. So can you share a little bit about your journey of getting into making all these different lotions and topicals, and what has inspired you along the way, basically?
Well, since I was a young kid growing up in Northern California, I've been exposed to the herb, and in different incarnations feeling different ways about it. and having different head trips to attach to being involved with it. But as it's come to be studied a little more, and some science is emerging about the health aspects of it, and a lot of people both within my family and people who are close to me are healers. Some of them experiment with herbs, some not. Anyway, I took a class. I got curious about, is this phenomenon about the medicinal aspects of marijuana, cannabis, is this really something I want to delve into, or is this hype? Is it propaganda? But I got hurt myself. I busted an Achilles tendon, and I had a lot of time to sit around and think about things. And one of the things I did was take some classes at Oaksterdam University, which got me involved with the concept of infusing, taking the green grass and turning it to another form that's medicinal. And I always flirted in my mind with doing something like this, but it kind of came as divine inspiration when it came, and I started experimenting around, had a lot of time on my hands, and started easing my own pain. One thing led to another, and I got a lot of tremendous feedback and made some choices that were half guesses, half educated guesses, half just complete random luck. And I stumbled on some things that people gave me tremendous feedback about. Help people with anything from shingles to menstrual cramps to bruises to burns to sprains. And each time I hear these stories, it just kind of validates what I do and makes me feel good. And there's a lot more about getting high. There's medicinal aspects of the plant, and I know it to be true now.
Oh yeah, I mean, I know it to be true, especially when, like I'm saying, I feel I smoke. Yes, I have a medicinal card. Yes, it does help me with things. I feel on certain levels, though, it is somewhat recreational, but there are plenty of times when I need to go to sleep and I cannot sleep, and cannabis helps me sleep, where I am in extreme pain from maybe, starting a new workout or doing anything. Like, oh, I just went for a 5-mile run. Usually I only run 3 miles. Like, all my muscles are just completely like cramping, and like I can feel it all. I love to have an edible then. I love to have some topical then, and some cream, some lotions to be able to apply so that I can go about walking around and feeling all good. Not like I can't walk around without it, but it hurts more when I am doing certain things, especially like my ankle. That was like, I didn't really have any say in the situation as to how injured my ankle was, but I did have a say in the treatment of it, and so therefore I chose to go a more holistic route with lotions, with topicals, not just taking painkillers and doing that. And I mean, it played a humongous impact in my life of just being able to feel good and go out and do your daily activities. And I mean, that is very important for everybody. Being able to go out there and live your life, a normal life, and do the things that normal people do is important, especially if you can't do them. And then all of a sudden with cannabis, you can. It's a very powerful tool.
Yeah, it's a subtle thing, scientifically and chemically. What cannabis does, it serves as a vasodilator. It opens up your vessels and your veins, allows more oxygen to come through, and one of the great qualities, it's an anti-inflammant, as you found out with your sprained ankle.
Yep.
So definitely the areas of application, I rub it on my elbows and knees regularly. I'm a former basketball coach, player, and with the after effects of being an athlete as well as a rugby player. All sorts of aches and pains coming up. So, and every morning, ankles, knees, shoulders, and elbows, and it just increases my range of motion and gets me off on the right foot. It's better than a good cup of coffee.
There you go, and that's exactly what I'm saying. It gets us off on the right foot and allows us to go about our day doing what we do, living life to the fullest. Because, I know you're doing a lot. You have a lot of things going on. The same thing over here. And, it definitely is aiding in our lifestyle and helping us to just be the ultimate human being that we can be. And if there's something that's helping you do that, I mean, I don't see anything wrong with that.
That's a beautiful thing what you said, and what you're not saying, it's more to the point, is a lot of people are on pharmaceuticals, and that's keeping them from living their lives and being the people that they need to be. It's numbing them and dumbing them, and Yes, cannabis is a much better alternative. Look at you,
I
105 miles, no problem.
I 100% agree. I remember like I was working out at a gym or like a CrossFit type place, and people and everybody knew I smoked, and everybody was like, "How the fuck are you like hella running more than us?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm like, what are you guys doing? I'm running more than you, and you all know I smoke weed." So I definitely feel it lets in. I mean, for sure, expanding your lungs, letting in more oxygen, just as you were saying. And yeah, I mean, those people didn't smoke, and I was running further, longer, faster than them. So, I mean, hey, go figure, right?
One of the stories that I heard that just always captivated my imagination when I was a young man, I knew a dude who was in my high school who was the NorCal champ in running the mile. He ran a 4:16 mile. And he trained with another kid. These guys are in the 11th grade. And my friend was a smoker. And the other kid was not a smoker, and they ran a mile. They were about to run their second mile. My friend said, "Here, smoke this." I looked at him like crazy, like, we're athletes. What are you doing? This isn't what we do. I just said, just try it. That guy smoked, and in his second mile, he ran a personal best. He ran a personal best after having smoked for the first time ever, after having run a mile, which let me know this has some oxygenating qualities. There's something going on that's opening up your breathways. Something. It just captured my imagination. And sure as stuff, as science is revealing, that's what it does. It oxygenates your blood. It helps open your blood vessels.
That's why all these athletes are smoking.
Pain relief, imagination, there's a lot to it.
Oh yeah, there's definitely a lot to it.
I'd like to take a little bit. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead. Finish your
I
thought.
was just going to start hustling my product line and let you know a little bit about what it is that I'm doing, what's available, and what kind of things it's doing for people. I don't know if I can put this up. You can see.
Yeah, you can see. You can see.
Pamphlet in
Senso Mia.
For your health and body. Goodness greater than skin deep. Which is my
yes,
motto, because a lot of my products, they're both on the health and beauty scale. Some people use them strictly because vanity purposes. They know that the lotions keep their skin moisturized, put a lot of beneficial oils in there, and I use no chemical scents, no petroleum scents. It's all essential oils. So at least people walking around, I tend to speak of it in flavors rather than scents, just because it tastes, it smells, it tastes. A lot of the smells we use are edible, such as vanilla and lemongrass and lavender. They're just delicious. So I have these scented lotions, lemongrass and lavender in particular, orange lang lang seasonally. Sometimes we go a tea tree lavender. We have different seasonal scents.
Nice.
Those are more on the beauty scale of things. And on the health end, I get to double and quadruple strength products. The Comfort Cream is kind of my answer to Ben Gay, if you will. Got a tea tree, piney, pepperminty, just the go-to body rub, the double strength. And I'm also busting out the quadruple strength, which is much thicker and more concentrated. And man, it's almost like everything else is passe. Nobody wants anything but the quadruple strength now.
They're like, after they give them a taste of that, they're like, I don't want to go back to the single or the double. I want the quad strength.
So I got that going, the Comfort Creams, and also a quadruple strength shea butter Comfort Cream, which is an excellent face cream, blemish. Just a lot of my senior friends are on that shea butter cream as a face cream. And as a vasodilator and a oxygen maker, producer, enhancer, it actually helps to keep your skin young and vibrant.
Fuck it, I'll rub it on my face. I love to stay young and vibrant.
I thought you did. You're beautiful, man. I thought you've been doing it. What's taking you so long?
I need to grab some. I'm about to be in the chiropractic office mañana. I think I'm gonna have to grab some from you, my friend.
You stop by the Care Supply Depot. We got the world's finest topical counter there. With our whole selection of oils, lotions, creams, and bath salts. We're right there in the heart of the Breathe Health Center, right on 6th and Delaware in Berkeley. And we've been there since the beginning.
Oh, yeah. Yes, you guys have. I mean, I definitely know you guys have been rocking with Dr. Mia for quite some time now. And she's, for sure been helping me along my chiropractic journey and health. And that, along with the combination of what you got going on, I feel is a very powerful team. And it's great that people can come and visit you guys and get all that from one location, all that information, along with oxygen. And you guys do massage and acupuncture. Really, it's the one-stop shop for all your health holistic needs. And that's where Master Bong is at least once a week. So I recommend it to anybody out there who is all about living the optimal life, who is all about optimizing you as a person, an individual, a being, because it's all about staying in tune. You give your car a tune-up. Why are you not giving yourself a tune-up, I think? So why I just like to do it every week, but I mean, at least every now and again, get in there and get yourself a tune-up, my friend. So yeah, dude, go check them out and everything that they got going on. Dude, you were talking, I did have one question. I'm sure, I feel that people will be thinking about this. You know, there's so many different creams and lotions. I'm assuming you have different strains in there, indica, sativa, hybrid, doing different things, helping different with, you know, different ailments, different things for different strokes for different folks.
Yes, absolutely. You know, another revelation was looking at there's a website, Halent Laboratories, and they've broken down the different properties. You know, basically, they've revealed that the testing, not just Halent, but the testing in general has revealed that each particular strain has its own DNA, what's akin to its own fingerprint or thumbprint.
Yes.
And they represent it in a bar graph that this particular strain will be high in THC, but perhaps low in CBDs, and high in THC acids, and high in CBD acids, and they map out all the different terpenes along the way, which really was an eye-opener for me, because right next to it, they have a chart of many typical ailments, your headaches, your migraines, your arthritis, and they speak to which elements of the plant are helpful with which diseases or ailments. So that keyed me into the necessity to have a full spectrum representation in my topicals. So in asking which strains I use, I go for a CBD-rich Harlequin. I have a Blue Diamond, very similar to a Blue Dream. I have a Cherry Pie Indica strain and the Sour Diesel. So it gives me a nice cross-section of terpenes, high THC content, the CBD, which makes it good for both pain, inflammation, and just general wellness. So it's important for me to put that cross-section in there.
Nice. Of course, and it's great that you have a variety of things to help everybody for whatever ailment that they are dealing with, and you know, create a nice combination that works for people. So I definitely, I assumed obviously you had, you know, the different strains for obviously different things that are going on with people and in their body, but wanted to clarify it, get it all out there. You know, if I don't ask, then nobody knows for sure without a doubt. So had to get that in there. I'm like, let me just double check my notes, because I know we've been going for a little bit. I know we're gonna come up to a short commercial break here pretty soon, but before we do that, I had two questions that I'd love to ask you before we get, you know, to all that. So what are you working on right now? That's the first and foremost question. What's coming up? What's coming up next? And in the works and in the oven for everything that you got going on?
Honestly, man, what I'm trying to work on is just getting what I have out there. I've been in the laboratory and not in the marketplace enough. So I've created a nice place where you can come get it. And I'm trying to do things like I'm doing with you, which I'm eternally grateful to be on the show, man. Thanks again. And so what I'm working on is trying to get the word out and let people know that there actually is something that you can put on. A lot of church women use it. Young, old, anybody can benefit from the products. It is medicine. It is for your vanity. It's goodness greater than skin deep. So I'm working on just getting the word out. Because
nice. Okay.
the product line is in effect, and the more I move forward on that, the more I'm neglecting things. So I'm taking the marketing step, trying to get involved there, and see where that takes me.
There you go. It's definitely something important, and that is one of the reasons also why I want to get you on the show, because you have great stuff, and you've been working a long time in the laboratory to get it together. So let's get it out to the masses so that it can benefit them the same way that has benefited me. So yeah, dude, most awesome, most definitely. The other question that I had to ask you that I love to ask every single guest that comes on the show is, I'm Master Bong, the MacGyver of pop. I'm MacGyvering, situations all the time, every day. We actually just shot yesterday how to make the crutches pipe. When I was in Amsterdam about a year ago, had hurt my ankle, and we had the crutches out there. And yes, we smoked out of them. So we shot that video just the other day. But when have you been a MacGyver in your life? And, MacGyver, been the hero of the day, MacGyvered yourself right out of that sticky situation. So yeah, if you could share that with everybody, I'd appreciate it, because I love to ask that. And I feel we're all MacGyvers at heart.
Well, let me just tell you a quick story.
There we go.
My kids love you because you taught them how to make a pipe out of Starburst. I told them, oh man, we've been doing that for decades. So we're here in spirit with you, Master Bond. There's been a million revelatory moments along the way where, I flirted around with temperatures and bonding elements, and there's so many breakthroughs. To sit and talk about it would just be going into commercial break. But, man, just thinking of it, thinking of the name, and getting it in front of people and watching the magic that has ensued with people trying the products and then donating goods to me, products to make it with, good organic materials. People have flocked out of the woodwork and just shown up in a way it's unbelievable. And it just fueled this and made it much more of a passion. It just started out as a hobby and a whim from a basketball coach who rubbed it on the leg of a player with a cramp and then turned it on to a friend who had a headache. So now I got a website, senseofmia.com. You can check out more there. And now it's the Lotion Potion Commotion. It's been on the underground, but we're trying to bring it above ground.
The Lotion Potion Commotion. I love it, dude. You got the great name there. Yeah, dude, and that's what we're doing right now. You're doing great stuff. You're a great person. I appreciate you for everything that you got going on and everything that you are creating to benefit people out there. Really, it's about helping other people, and that is for sure what you are doing, and that's definitely what we love to highlight on the show. And so, man, dude, I thank you for your time, your energy, and all your creativeness into creating what you have created, my friend.
No problem. Thanks for being on the show. Appreciate it. Next time you come by and pick up some of that 4X.
I'm going to pick some up, and I'm going to take some like before and after pictures. Like, this is my I'll use it on like half my face, like Two-Face. But, people will only see under the glasses because I'm not going to show them my eyes. Never! Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Much blessings. Enjoy yourself.
Oh, yes. Thank you, my friend.
Go.
Thank you. So, everybody, check out everything that they got going on. senseomia.com. And we're going to be taking a short commercial break. When we come back, we're going to be joined by another great friend of mine, Carlo, a most amazing individual, sharing the Green Rush movement with all you guys. So we'll be back soon. Stay tuned. This is Master Bong Power Hour. It's Wednesday, November 19th. All right, guys, I'll be right back.
Monday's got you off the wagon? Well, worry no more, because it's now officially a part of the 3-day weekend. So get on board. Come party with the Standby Gypsy, Juju the Model, and Blue Rivera every Monday night for your entertainment week in review, off-the-wall interactive segments, live performances, in-depth interviews, and the latest in sports. The Hangover Takeover is live every Monday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, only on zenlive.tv.
Why do you always use that word so much?
I say 100 times every morning. Keeps my teeth white. And one more thing. Where the fuck did you get that accent?
Hey, this is Vinny Pastor. You can call me Big Pussy. And you're watching ZenLive.tv.
You're watching the Zidalza Entertainment Network on ZenLive.tv. Here, you'll find ridiculously good-looking people, equipped with knowledge, intellect, and passion for speaking the truth. Does it get any sexier? A filtered mind is the only crime for Zen Live. Stay tuned.
Are you a smoker and you need to quit, but you're discouraged cause it's harder than some like to admit? Baby, white plains paper. Baby, white plains paper. Are you a non-smoker but you like to do the tricks? Well, these are non-toxic clouds that exit your lips. Baby, white plains. Oh yeah. Yeah. White Plains Vapors, located at 210 Mamaroneck Avenue in White Plains, New York. Visit our location and choose from a wide selection of exotic flavors.
Entertainment Network on ZenLive.tv.
Independent music, alternative news, the underground and the underrated. They were once knighted by the creator of Ustream.tv.
3 Knights of Ustream.
In being the 3 Knights of Ustream, their mission is to help turn up the volume on the last source of freedom of speech there is, the internet. So join the flagship show of the Zanalza Entertainment Network, Zanalza, New York, every Tuesday and Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, streaming live from ZenLive.tv. They'll show you just how it's done in the World Wild West. ZenLive.tv. Independent music, alternative news, the underground and the underrated. Black roses, it's blooming in my
Whoa, oh yeah. Whoa, oh, honey.
Come in, Master Bong. Come in, Master Bong.
Cheers, cheers, cheers. You, Gypsy, how you doing, dude?
I'm doing quite well this evening.
So how was that? How do you like that first half of the show with Sense O Mia and the homie in it, bro, with everything that all the knowledge base and yeah, bro, when I sprained my ankle, it was fucking crazy. That shit helped me so much. I felt so much better in the morning when I'd get up and put on that lotion on my ankle than when I'd get up and not put it on. It was ridiculous.
Dude, I'm excited. I actually really want to try out his products. I would love to see what it can do. It sounds extremely powerful. He himself is an extremely powerful person, super positive. I loved his energy. I want to smoke a doobie with him. You know what I mean?
I mean, great peoples, dude. Definitely great peoples. And I mean, look where he's working at and who else he's involved with. My chiropractor. It's all this holistic healing, you know, place of where everybody can come together and you can get acupuncture, you get, you know, chiropractic adjustment. You can go there and get some lotions from him. You can, you know, do anything and everything all in one place, and it is just a most amazing experience when you go there. And I mean, oxygen too. I'll go there and get some fresh oxygen, 100% oxygen for, you know, a good half hour, 30, 45 minutes, and you come off that and it's just like, you feel like a fucking champion, bro. So
For sure.
it's a great place to be. I usually head over there on Tuesdays, or I'm actually about to be over there tomorrow, Thursday, because Tuesday we were shooting video. Yesterday we were shooting the crutches pipe video. So
That's dope. I definitely want to see that. We probably should play a clip of it on air. We should do that at some point.
you know what? We should, and we definitely will. Should we start playing clips of videos that I like? Because I'm dropping them every week. Should we play a clip?
Yeah,
of
we
a
should
video
do.
every week?
We should definitely do like some teasers. We should definitely let people know what's going on because you're pumping out what 4 videos a month now.
Yep, 4 videos a month.
Definitely, man. Yeah, I think people want to know about it. I think it would be great for people to get exclusive footage here, maybe some behind the scenes footage of you
behind
making
the scenes. You just said it right there.
behind the scenes exclusively on the Master Bong Power Hour. Get your behind the scenes.
You gotta tune in. You gotta tune in to see what's about to happen next on Saturday. Because now we're dropping the videos on Saturday. We were doing them every Friday, but we decided to switch it up because I figured everybody's at home on a Saturday, right, Gypsy?
Absolutely. Except for me, I'm here.
You're here, but
I'm
I mean,
working.
you PIW on a whole nother level. And the average individual is not PIW how we PIW. So they're at home chillaxing, getting their smoke on, doing what they do. We're just at the studio chillaxing,
That's
working, getting our smoking on, getting our smoking on.
I'm acting like what I do is actually work.
That's what I'm saying too. That's what I'm saying too. I found something that I was good at, and I worked hard at it. It doesn't mean that it's hard work. I just worked hard at it.
Exactly.
Let's put it like this. I mean, who wants to necessarily get up on a Wednesday night in front of 1,200 people and talk to them on a microphone all night long at an event? I don't know, but I love to do that shit, and so therefore I get paid to do that. But the average person does not want to get up in front of 1,200 people on a microphone, be spotlighted, have everybody look at them, and them direct a crowd. So, we find what we're good at, and we work hard at it, but it's not hard work.
I'm with you. Absolutely. No, dude, that's a gem right there. That's a jewel of knowledge right there of really the path of what someone like yourself and even myself are going through right now. It's just, it's hard work, and but it's also fun because for me, it's also providing a service. It's putting on, spotlighting people like your guest tonight. To let people know about products like this, because you're not going to see this at CVS. You're not going to see this at your, whatever, local pharmacy.
Not yet, anyway.
Right, not yet.
5 to 10, though, it's going to be everywhere.
Exactly.
But,
Exactly. So I'm excited when we get to work with people like this, and that's what keeps me going. I love it. I feel like I'm really creating something here.
Dude, you're in the mix in the middle of it all, and you didn't even know that you were signing up for this. But
had no
5
idea.
years down the road, when we've been rocking this show, and we have 100,000 listeners an episode or more. Fuck, maybe 100 million. I don't know. Whatever.
And wait, the great thing is,
it's gonna be like, damn, I remember when we started doing this.
dude. Not only that, we're literally recording and documenting it right now. So there's nothing.
That's what I'm saying, dude. I can't wait to go back and look at this 5 to 10 years from now and be like, look what we were doing. We were doing it when no one was doing it, and we were doing it
Exactly.
still.
So it's very cool. It's very cool.
Cheers to you, my friend. But again, let's get back to the show, because I know we have a second half of the show with a most amazing individual lined up. And this guy, just like I am, and just like you are in your own way, Gypsy, is dedicating his time, energy, and effort to this movement, to progressing what is going on. And when somebody is doing something like that and highlighting people that are aiding in this, movement, then we definitely want to showcase them as well, as because they are showcasing everybody else and giving credit to everybody that is doing their part. We have to give credit to the person that is putting it together and giving credit to the people that are doing their part.
For sure.
So, it all comes back around full circle. And that's why we got the homie Carlo on the line. Cashinbiz.com had the referral. I met Rudy from the 420 Insight, and we were talking, and he referred this guy and what was going on with their website and how they were highlighting the Green Rush movement, which is what we are a part of, Gypsy. I don't know if you know, but we're a part of the Green Rush movement right now.
I am aware, Bong. I am aware.
And so, this guy is doing his part to highlight the Green Rush movement. As I was saying at the beginning of the show, we're going to focus a little bit more on the entrepreneurial side and the business side of this, because it is a business and it's not just selling some weed on the under, like in the back alleyway, Cuddy. Like, no, no, no. We're talking legitimate, normal, walk into storefront on Main fucking Avenue business. So, you know, I wanted to bring him on the show because he's gonna provide this different aspect, this different viewpoint that I feel a lot of people necessarily don't have, especially not coming from states that are not recreational, that are not medicinal, where you don't see cannabis clubs set up, where you don't see other companies starting products, where you don't see other services like marketing and video and everything else in between that every single company needs, and to be able to grow and develop. You know, that's what this guy is really showcasing and highlighting. And I want to let everybody out there know that yes, you can, yes, we can get into the cannabis industry. So, without further ado, we got the homie, the friend, the man, the myth, the legend, the guy who's putting it together behind the scenes for cashinbiz.com. Carlo, how are you doing on this most amazing Wednesday Power Hour evening? Or we're going to go a little bit longer than Power Hour, I believe. But how are you doing on this most amazing evening, my friend?
I am doing well, Master Bong. As a matter of fact, before I chat on here, I'd like to thank you for having me on your show. It's an absolute honor for having me here. I know it's 9:28 right now, but you know what? Just like what your buddy said there, when you love what you do, okay, your vocation becomes your vacation. And look at us. We're having fun. We're smiling ear to ear, brother.
Yes,
You and I, you know what, Master Bong? You and I have the same characteristics here, except different. You know, I'm more on the business side, but you are more on the wild, wild west side of the industry. And you know what? I like your style, brother. I like your style.
It is definitely the wild, wild west, and I'm also always equating it to, you know, the gold rush, but this is really the green rush. It really is the green rush, and you know, there are some people that are forefronting it, and I believe that you are definitely highlighting them and showcasing them in a great light, in a great aspect, and I thank you for doing what you do.
You know, I mean, it's Master Bong, it's a lot of work, you know, and here's the funny thing. Remember when I was talking to you on the phone the other day, right?
Yes.
We started Cashinbiz, my partner, because there's three of us, okay? We have Aaron McDonald and we have Guillermo Bravo. When we started in Cashinbiz in June 1st, it's so funny, you know, everyone was just kind of looking at us, you know, when, you know, they log on Facebook and they see like, what's this Carlo, Guillermo, and Aaron doing with this whole marijuana thing? What are they doing? Are they getting into selling it now? I mean, are they stupid for putting it online where everyone can see it, where the authorities can see it? But see, they didn't get it though, Master Bong. They're not getting where I was going here. Okay, but yet after November 4th, when all of these states started to legalize, my text message started to blow up. Like, hey man, all of a sudden you're in a good industry. Yeah, oh, okay, buddy. But yeah, but when I was at your table 2 months ago, I didn't exist, right? But all of a sudden you're texting me, you're telling us, oh hey buddy, what a great industry you got going on over there. How can I get involved? Right, Master Bong? So
exactly, that's what everybody wants. I want to do what you're doing. I'm like, oh, do you now? Oh, right. I bet you do. I bet you do want to do.
Yeah, put me on the show, Master Bong, because I have this great idea that I came up with 3 days ago. Okay, buddy. Nice start, buddy. Yep.
Slow down there. I came out, you know, it's like you got to put in the time, the energy, the effort, and if you're creating something that's amazing, that's helping people, that's what it really comes down to. And I mean, from all of our conversations and everything that I've seen that you've produced, it's been nonstop about helping other people.
Right.
And I know and I believe that when you help enough people get what they want, you are going to achieve and get what you want. So I feel, and I know that we've said this in our conversations on the phone, is that's That's exactly what you're doing. I mean, that's what I aim to do on a daily basis is help people out and give them a hand up in this industry the same way that I was given all these hands in this industry when I was coming in, when I started hitting shows. And you know, and that's what it's all about. It's a small, tight-knit community, and we're all helping one another grow and develop what we're doing. We're all doing something a little bit different, and we're all coming together and able to complement one another. And that is a very powerful thing, my friend. That is a very powerful thing.
You know, I mean, the great thing about helping people is just like, you know, just like what you said, you start with one, and that person will leverage what they learn from you. Or, I mean, you know, you help one person, that is your sales marketing tool there. They will leverage it to their other friends, and they'll say, hey, you know what? That person helped me out. So take care of that guy. So suddenly everything becomes free because they still remember all the things that you did for that person from way back. And you know what? And that's the great thing about helping is it comes back tenfold. And it absolutely does, you know? So, and that's what Cashinbis is all about. The reason why we started this enterprise is because, you know, the community is still a frowned upon subject. Okay? Look at you right now. You're about to hit that bong right now, and everyone is probably frowning upon, it's like, look at this guy. Who is this guy? Right. Okay?
I know. Look at this responsible stoner running a radio show and every fucking 4 other businesses and making money, supporting his family and doing what he loves. Who the fuck is this guy?
Right. But yeah, and so that is absolutely why we started Cash and Biz, is because we want the 420 community to bring out their entrepreneurial spirit. There are a lot of successful cannapreneurs out there right now that loves to do what you are holding right now. Okay?
Glass blowers are definitely
bring it up right there.
Industry.
Okay?
Look at that. I mean, this is a $2,000+ piece right here. So I mean, you know, and he probably made this in a day or less.
Right. That's a $2,000 piece right there that you paid for, and his profit margin of that's probably 90%. Here we are talking about money and entrepreneurial already, and this is exactly what your listeners can do. They can figure out a product or a service, and they don't even, I mean, hey, listeners out there, you are more than welcome to do whatever you want, and that is your choice. Okay? But if you can step outside the box a little bit and start thinking, there is money in the cannabis industry, and I don't even have to touch it. You just have to expand your mind out there. And, you know, just like that bong that you were holding about 5 seconds ago, someone at least made $500 out of that bong. And this is what Cash and Biz is all about, is networking all of the who's who in the legal cannabis industry. So the enthusiasts and the individuals that wants to learn more on the legal cannabis world, they can learn from these who's who's. Okay, so that's what Cash and Biz is all about, from helping all the way down to connecting them with these geniuses in the cannabis sector.
It's everything, my friends. It doesn't matter where it is that you want to fit in, but you can get in with the get in, and the getting is good right now. So, I mean, by all means, I love that we're here actually legitimately talking about working in the cannabis industry. You know, it doesn't have to be, if you're not the most, you know, creative person and you want to go start a whole business and do everything from the ground up, that's fine. Because wouldn't you rather, being somebody who loves to smoke and loves this plant, work with somebody who is your boss, who understands all that, and it is a cannabis business, and basically the drug tests are, do you show positive? Bam! Then you're good to go. If you're showing positive for cannabis in your system, you're A-okay here. You know, you're good. So, I mean, just that environment, that work environment, that understanding makes it a lot more pleasurable to go and live your life and do what you do, because you are able to freely express who you are as an individual, as well as make money, live, contribute to society, give back, and, you know, be you and do what you do. I mean, because that is ultimately what this is. This is freedom of choice. It's freedom of choice. If you want to smoke weed, who is that hurting? You know, they let everybody smoke cigarettes. They let you drink alcohol. They let you pop a shit ton of prescription pills and get completely fucked up on whole other levels of addiction and everything else in between and side effects and fucking, you know, take this to help this, but, you know, you might die, but, you know, your whatever will be cured. But does it really matter if that's cured if you're dying? So, you know, it's a very crazy time that we're living in. And I believe that what you're doing and what I'm doing is really sharing and inspiring, at least that's what I hope it's doing, with other people to let them know that you can get in this industry, you can do what you love, you can follow your passion, and be successful, you know?
Right.
That's what it ultimately comes down to. You know, do what you love and make money doing it, and to me, that's success. If you can live your life and do what you want to do on a regular basis, then you are pretty much winning.
You know, you mentioned something there actually about uh, many of these folks that are taking pharmaceuticals. You know, I
Yeah.
mean, we have stories after stories after stories on our website where we interviewed individuals that took MMJ as an alternative medicine, and these aren't made up stories. These stories came from reality, realistic uh, results or backgrounds that they use MMJ to help them with their medical condition. And believe it or not, they're all singing a song that this thing works. So it's a reality. It's happening, guys. I mean, eventually the government can't hide it anymore that medical marijuana is the real deal.
Yep.
You know?
I 100%. 100% agree, dude. And so, I mean, one of the other things I wanted to ask you was, man, geez Louise, this dab. So where do you see this industry going in the next, like, 5 to 10 years?
You know, in about 5 years, I can see the industry at least 80% being recreational accepted. 80% of the states. It'll probably take us about 10 years to be federally accepted. However, in 5 years, the individuals or the ones that starts to get involved in the cannabis industry right now, I can promise you in 5 years you're going to be stacking chips, and like what you mentioned earlier, we're going to be laughing in 5 years, Master Ball. So it's imperative that the individuals that are listening to this radio show right now, I highly recommend that you start looking, start reading out there. I mean, go to our website, start reading on these entrepreneurs that we highlight on a weekly basis. I mean, there's so much stuff to learn out there. And you know what I always tell our team is, the minute you stop learning, that's when you start losing. Okay, you got to have an open mind. There's so much entrepreneurial education that you can learn out there, and to be honest with you, the marijuana industry is no different than Home Depot, Walmart, anything. All you have to do is copy what they're doing and implement the 420 spirit or the 420 juice into it.
Yeah. Hit it with the 420 juice one time.
You know, we actually we interviewed a guy on last week. We featured him on Monday, and I promise you, this guy that we interviewed last week, which we featured on Monday, actually yesterday, Tuesday, he is going to be the Home Depot of this industry. And if you want to know who that guy is, go to our website, cashinbis.com, and read about this individual. And he talks about how powerful the lighting industry will be in the legal cannabis industry. I highly recommend that you guys read about this individual because it is going to be the wave of the 420 future.
I love it, dude. I love it. I love how you guys are already just getting in and number one on top, staying on top of the information that people need to know and what is coming out. And I definitely appreciate you guys for that and everything that you're doing with that. And I mean, even more so, you know, we're going to have Master Bong on here very soon. And what I feel that I'm bringing to the table and doing is definitely even different than what a lot of the people that you have on the website that are doing. And it is a whole new light, and there's a whole new way, and it's a whole new path. And I'm over here trailblazing for other people to be able to come behind and do what I've done. And, you know, whoever wants to be a persona in the cannabis industry can kind of follow some of the things that we've laid out for everybody to do. And that's one of the things that I appreciate that you are highlighting is that, you know, there is no blueprint for what we are doing. We're all doing something a little bit differently, you to me to every single person that you have highlighted on the website. And therefore, it's important that we highlight all of these different aspects and all of these different paths to success in this industry, because everybody has their own journey, and it might be a little bit of this path, a little bit of that path, a little bit of that path, a little bit of that path, bam, combined for your own, and that's going to do it for you. So yeah, man, I'm excited, I'm ready, I'm juiced, and I cannot wait for our interview and all the other interviews that you guys got coming out. cashinbiz.com. Some most amazing stuff. So I have a couple of questions to ask you before we wind stuff down, and you know, I'll close out the show and do everything like that. But so one of the things that I want to definitely ask you is, when has there been a time in your life, and it could be with you know, even what you guys are doing right now with developing the website and everything, but when has been a time that you have been a MacGyver in your life and saved the day for everybody to come out there and be okay and come out on the other side? Whether it's smoking, whether it's this website, whether it's doing anything, you were trapped in a snowstorm and you worked your cell phone to spark the battery. I don't know, but any of the above, anytime when you've been a MacGyver in your life, my friend.
Oh man, that's a good one. It was a Monday, and my current business partner right now, and I hope he's listening to this, he sent me a text message, and because he had a primary job at that time, and Cashinbis was just his secondary project. He sent me a text message and said, "I need to talk to you." And this was during the daytime, and usually he never texts me. Usually after 4 p.m. because of his primary job. And I said, "What's going on, brother?" He goes, "Can you talk on the phone?" And I said, "Yeah, sure." I called him and he said, "Hey, man, I got laid off." I said, "What?" I said, "Yeah, they said it was a conflict of interest." I said, "Okay, not a problem." We met up to lunch, and I said, "Okay, let's sit down. Let's not panic. Let's figure out what we need to do in order for us to succeed, or in order for us to get back on your feet here." Okay, we didn't bullshit around, Master Bong. We started putting the numbers together. We put a plan together. Okay, and I said, okay, if we do this, if we sell this much, or if we advertise this much, then this is how much we are going to make. So the moral of that story is, you're gonna go through challenges every fucking day, bro. Yeah. Every day. But you know what? Don't focus on the problem. Focus on the solution. You just say, okay, the problem has happened already. What do we do next? What do we do now? Let's put a plan together. Okay? And it's so funny, when we were having lunch that day, I said, "Business partner, you know, in about a year, we're gonna be laughing at this, right? You know, in about a year that you will say, 'My goodness, God, thank you very much for me losing this job,'" you know. And to be honest with you, we were laughing at it today. I was just like, "Man, do you remember?" And I said, "Do you remember when you lost your job? Dude, look at us right now. Look at the pictures. Look at the pictures on cashinbiz.com. We went from losing our job to having 5 staff members running the event that we did on Sunday." Yeah. That was the MacGyver move that we did. And again, you know, you just gotta keep charging, homie. You gotta keep charging through. You gotta go through that 12th round. You can't give up, bro. Giving up are for the birds, homie. Giving up are for the birds, but you gotta keep pushing through.
Yep, I definitely agree, dude. I love the positivity. I love your mental attitude. That's really what gets us through. And we're even going to be having some more people on the show that aren't even in the cannabis industry. You know, some really good friends of mine that are making money doing what they love, following their heart and their passion in the internet marketing industry and niche, which is actually where I get a lot of my information from. And you guys will get to meet them as well as. So, man, dude, I want to thank you so much for doing what you do, coming on the show, giving us some time, energy, and because I know you're so busy, dude. Like you say, you get up before the birds get up, and you go to sleep after the birds go to sleep. So, you know, you're out here hustling non-effing stop. And really, that's what you got to do. If you're hungry, that's what you got to do. There's been plenty of times where I have gotten literally like 4 hours of sleep, 3 hours of sleep, and continued on the next day and done every single thing that I need to do, whether it's go to school, go to work, fucking, you know, chill with my girl, and do whatever the F else with my business that I need to do. 4 fucking things a day, you know, all full time. 4 full-time things every day. How do you work 4 full-time jobs? Isn't that 8 hours a day? Like 8, 16, 30? Isn't that like, that's way more than 24 hours. But we find it time to do it and take time for ourselves, dude. So, is there anything that you want to leave everybody with before we wrap up this power hour? Real quick, I'm going to leave everybody with some food for thought, but I want to make sure that you have the floor to say anything that you want to say before we wrap up the show, my friend.
Wonderful. Okay, Cashinbis, what we are is we're an online source that highlights the who's who in the legal cannabis industry. And as a matter of fact, if you want to meet some of those who's who, we are hosting our Green Rush Mixer on February 28th, 2015. It's a 2-day event, February 28th and March 1st of next year in Los Angeles. Just dial in on cashinbis.com. That is CASHINBIS.com to get more information. And that guy right there with the big wig, he's going to be there. He's going to be one of our MCs. He said he might have a little bit of surprise for us. So remember, folks, in Los Angeles, February 28th, March 1st, stay tuned on our website and you'll be able to see what will be going on when we put all these CEOs, movers, shakers, Renaissance men, and women in one roof. So looking forward to seeing you guys there. Anything else, MV, that you'd like to drop
Oh, man, I can't wait to be there, dude. I'm so excited to MC that event. I've been working up some MC in here and some MC in there, and I just know that it's going to be some amazing times. And it's all about networking, people. So if you are interested in getting in this industry, it doesn't matter how far you have to travel. It doesn't matter how much money you have to spend. If you really want to do it, you'll do whatever it takes. And that is what I would like to leave everybody with, as well as this. So here's my food for thought for the day. I love to have my cognitions, the things that I have learned and have helped me in my life to grow. So I'll just use a quick analogy for you guys, and I'm sure you can relate, my friend, and you've actually even said it tonight already. For me, and I'm sure for a lot of people, life feels just like a roller coaster, right? You know, there's highs, there's lows, it dips, it goes, it's sideways, it's left ways, it's upside down, it's looping, it's here, it's there. And at certain points and times on this roller coaster, you feel like you are just about to whoop out your fucking seat. But do you whoop out your seat? No, you don't. And you come to the end of the ride and it's all good and you're happy. And how do you feel? You want to do it again. So just remember that life is like a roller coaster. You feel like you're going to just whoop out your seat, but you're not. Everything's going to work out. It's always working out to our ultimate advantage. And, you know, there's only opportunities, situations, challenges, situations, and opportunities. That's it. There's no problems. I'm going to leave everybody with that. Thank you, my homie, my friend, Carlo. I am looking forward to the event down there in LA in February 28th. It's going to be a fucking blast. So until then, and I'm going to have you on before that to make sure you come on, do a little shout out real quick for the event. So thank you, my friend. Thank you, Gypsy. Thank you, everybody tuning in. I look forward to our next Power Hour next week, Wednesday. Stay tuned. I'm going to catch you guys later. This is Master Bong, It is fucking November 19th. I had to check real quick. Signing over and out with the Power Hour. I'm going to catch you guys later. All right, my friends. Take care. Bye.